look inside the wondrous AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, rivals meet in the NFC East. It's the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys.
Please welcome your 2026 Dallas Cowboys.
We welcome you, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. It's Graham Gano to get this one started. Off we go from AT&T Stadium. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Cowboys come out, and they are led out by Dak Prescott, as they have been for a decade. Wow. It's his 10th season as a Cowboy, three-time Pro Bowler, who is now 32 years old.
And we all know how talented this guy is, Mike, right? From the physical sense, that's obvious. But what really separates him, and it really came through when we had a chance to talk to him this week, is really his ability to operate from the neck up. His processing speed, his decision-making. It seems like he's always one step ahead of the defense, and when he's on, he's proven to be really hard to beat.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. A first carry for the former Tar Heel, Devontae Williams. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. First down, Cowboys.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
That one good for 29.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
A first down throw for Prescott. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. Out of the shotgun, they give it to Williams. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. This opening drive has been a good one, but will it continue? Here's a test on third down. In the middle of the field, it's taken by C.D. Lamb. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a fourth down decision to make. You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They're led out by the first-round pick in 2025 out of Ole Miss. It's Jackson Dart.
You hear people talk about it all the time, and it's especially true, Mike, for young rookie quarterbacks, is just the speed of the game. They had a lot of success in college. They were probably the best player on their team, but just everything is faster. Everything happens with a little more urgency. The quarterbacks at the young age that can make that transition the quickest, everything else then tends to slow down.
Nice run on first down, leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Once again, it's Scatterbury. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They get 15 on that game. That's good for a Giants first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass, and they can continue to generate these big explosive runs. I don't think they need to go away from it. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 4. A run with the man out of Purdue. That's Tyrone Tracy. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
On 3rd down, here is Dart. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
And he's going to have the Giants first down by a couple of yards. They get 5 on that 4th down and 3. We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
And over the middle and take it in. He's got it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15.
That's another.
They
Giants
get the conversion on 3rd down. It was a gain of 27.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And they continue to churn out 1st downs. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
Scatterbury, and he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
Their ground game ends up failing at the exact moment, Mike, where they're needed the most. 1 yard to the goal line, that's prime opportunity. Finish the drive, take the lead, but instead, they go backwards.
Dart going to throw here on second down. Hit it as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
They'll use 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and goal. They'll run with Scatterboo. No place to run there. Good job by the D to stop him at the 2.
That one didn't have a chance, Mike. They do a great job of getting penetration, clogged up the run lanes, and now this offense has a decision to make here on 4th down.
So a field goal here would tie the game. If the kicking unit stays on the sideline, they're going to go for it on 4th down. And Scatterboo! Touchdown, Giants!
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback, they get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
Now it's Graham Gano for the PAT. It's up and through. And the Giants move out to a 7-3 lead.
Cowboys 3.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This one brought in at the 16-yard line. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick 1st down.
That's good.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And a good run there. It'll get him 5 yards.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap for Prescott. Now he'll run it. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Here's a handoff to Sanders, running left. Finding space at the 15. And he gets marked out of bounds, but inside the 5-yard line.
That's another.
A huge play for Dallas. 35 yards.
At the 3-yard line.
Really nice job getting this ball out to the edge, and then once he's able to get clear of the D-line, get vertical and accelerate down the sideline. That's a great run. He's forced out of bounds, but not before setting up 1st and goal.
He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb.
Incomplete.
And it'll bring up 2nd and goal.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
They'll go again from the 3. It is 2nd and goal. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And he's forced to just get rid of it here. Now they're going to have to regroup and try again on 3rd and goal.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
2 incomplete passes now lead to this 3rd down and goal. That is caught back corner of the end zone. George Pickens. Touchdown, Dallas.
Now remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. He's got it. The Cowboys are on top. It's now 10-7.
10. Giants 7.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. He fields it at the 8. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Giants offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. On the play fake, here's Dart. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play, and a 1st down.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball, and while that's certainly important, to be able to make the throws from sideline to sideline, especially in the...
Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Donovan Izaraku. He gets into drop in. It's a loss of 8.
It's 2nd down.
A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. It's the Cowboys with the early edge. We're back to Arlington in a moment. Giants football here to begin the 2nd quarter. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. As we are ready to get back underway. Open man is Robinson. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
So often, sacks, especially on 1st down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from 2nd and long to 3rd and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on 3rd, don't be surprised if they go for it on 4th.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory. And certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
To throw, it's Dart on 1st and 10. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes.
The offense is trying to stretch the field vertically. They're trying to put as many receivers into the coverage deep as possible. But you know what you need? You need time. You need to allow those guys to get downfield. But when you have a pass rush like this, they don't let that time unfold, and that pocket collapsed and results in a sack.
On second down, Dart. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Wandale Robinson, the one he was looking for that time. And it'll be third down.
Protecting the ball anytime you throw the ball in the middle of the field is obviously critical, right? That's where tip passes, that's where all sorts of stuff happens when you put the ball in harm's way. But you also have to protect your receivers. There's a bit of a trust back and forth with the receivers.
Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
What a first half for this pass rush, huh, Mike? I mean, they have just completely dominated this game. They are in complete control, and you have to imagine this offensive line, there's got to be some adjustments up front. They just cannot allow their quarterback to continue to be hit like this.
So on fourth down, out is Jamie Gillen to punt for the Giants. Cavante Turpin to return for the Cowboys. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Cowboys offense and the veteran Miles Sanders ready for their next possession. They had that field goal on the opening drive, the touchdown last time they had it. 2 drives, 2 scores, and here's drive 3. He'll get this out wide. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
This one caught by CeeDee Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Big play after big play to start this drive. 34 for that one.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Short throw, caught by Ferguson. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
10 more yards.
First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
First carry now for Jaden Blue. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, we're able to get you down for a loss.
And he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Dak. This one is pulled in on the feet in bounds. Yes! George Pickens. Touchdown, Cowboys. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Now, Aubrey for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Cowboys will get out in front 17-7.
Giants 7.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This taken at the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here's the Giants offense. Now they get set to take over once more. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. The drive will begin with a run by Scatterboo. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
To the air on 2nd down. Dart. That one too far out in front to be brought in, and it's incomplete. And Tyrone Tracy was the intended receiver there. And 3rd down coming up.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
Inside the 10. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 78 yards. Touchdown, New York. Well, that was a pretty easy touchdown. He was wide open, Greg. Easy chance to close the deal, and they do with a touchdown.
And, Mike, it just appears to me that's just a breakdown defensively. You can't allow a receiver to not only be so open it's an easy pitch and catch, but then to have the space to operate after the catch to finish that one off in the end zone.
Extra point by Gano is up and good. And the Giants are back to within a field goal. It's 17-14. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Cavante Turpin on the return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. There's CeeDee Lamb heading back out there with the rest of his Cowboys teammates. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Looking for his tight end there, but let him too far. That's an incompletion. Jake Ferguson was the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike, I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
On 3rd down, they go with Sanders. They'll pick up 7. Nice job defensively, though, to make sure it's not more. And it sets up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
On fourth down, the veteran Brian Anger runs a punt for Dallas. Gunnar Olszewski is deep for the Giants. Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Scatterboot. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. That's the way to get started, a pickup of 17 and a very quick first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Right back to Scatterboot on 1st down, and he'll take this to about the 46-yard line. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there on the stop.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
2nd down, they need 7. Out of shotgun, it's Dart. Catch made, right side, it's Johnson. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Well, we give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back and forth first half. Greg and I back to Arlington at AT&T Stadium after this. Here's Dart on 1st and 10. This one is caught by Robinson. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Operating from the gun, it's Dart. That's to Robinson. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
That's another.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
20-yard pickup there. 1st down, Giants.
That's another Giants 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Mike, this is great awareness by the quarterback manipulating the pocket. He feels the pressure coming on around him, but so often the soft spot is moving up in the pocket. That's exactly what he does. Takes off down the middle of the field, picks up good yardage, and a 1st down.
A run straight ahead, that's Scatterboot. And the Giants here will use the 1st of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Throwing is Dart. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line. Now a timeout, Giants. That is their 2nd. As the clock will stop at 45 seconds to go until halftime.
3rd and long.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Throwing, Dart. Forced out wide. Thought that one might have had a chance for a second there, but not to be. It's a pickup of 8, and it brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They'll go. It's Scatterboo. And he will score. Cam Scatterboo. Touchdown, New York. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his second rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Now, Gano for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Giants move out in front by 4. It's 21-17. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. A return coming from the 14. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense and the veteran Miles Sanders ready for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Now a screen set up for Blue, and he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their second. Clock is stopped with 26 seconds until the break.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Cowboys going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. First and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. That's right side. He's got Ferguson.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 2. They'll throw again. Dak. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Brian Burns getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's 3rd down. So, halftime straight ahead, and we send it over to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. On the return, it's Gunnar Olszewski. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Giants offense and running back Cam Scatterboo headed out for their next possession. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. He'll get this out to the left flat. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 7. On play action, it is Dart. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Darius Slayton was the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points, but after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
The Giants sending out their punter. They'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Cowboys offense and the veteran Miles Sanders ready for their next possession. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Sanders to start the drive. And a hard-earned yard as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
He'll keep it on the ground with Sanders. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
On 3rd down, Prescott. Quick hitting slant there. 11 yards on the pass there. That's good for a Dallas 1st down.
That's good for a Cowboys 1st down. 1st and 10.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
Go play action. It's Prescott. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a 1st down.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch. It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 4. Dak going to give this to Blue. Space to run inside the 20. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line.
It's a gain of 30.
A big play and a much-needed one as well. And even 30 yards.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space. And, man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up 1st and goal.
He'll see, and he will do it himself. He's in. Dak Prescott. Touchdown, Dallas. The dual threat of the quarterback. When you have one that can run, why not use him, especially down here, Greg? and they punch it in for the touchdown.
There's nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than down here near the goal line when he can call his own number. And in this case, that's exactly what he does, and he's able to take it in himself.
On for the PAT is Aubrey. He's got it. Cowboys extend the advantage to a field goal. It's 24-21.
Giants 21.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Giants offense ready to get back to work. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Handoff left. Here comes Scatterbury. And he maneuvers his way forward. A gain of 6.
The tackle made by Malik Hooker. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Scatterbury. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Giants first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
He'll step up and run this.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the first down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. On the give, Scatterbury. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 8.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Tracy looking to run. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. And it's Mark, the linebacker, there on the stop.
It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Here's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Scatterbury. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it, and it's Dark. He's got his man, that's Slayton, and he will have the first down. Needing to make something happen, trailing here in the 3rd quarter. They convert on 4th down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
And he's going to give himself up, but not before he picks up the first down.
What I like the most here is just the decision that when he wants to be a runner, he commits to being a runner, and he's able to weave his way downfield, pick up the first down, sets up 1st and goal.
Dart gonna fake the give and hold on to it, and he will take it in himself. Jackson Dart, touchdown, New York. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead.
This is one of the more impressive drives that we've seen in a while here, Mike, and to cap it off, it's a simple read option, but for some reason, the defense just doesn't account for the quarterback keeping the ball, and by the time they realize who has it, he's in the open field and on his way for 6.
Gano on to add the extra point. The kick is good, and the Giants have taken a 4-point advantage.
Cowboys 24.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. Oh, yeah. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Sanders. He left that first defender grasping for air as he winds up getting 8 out of that one.
At the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 2. Once again, it's Sanders. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain there of 11. First down, Cowboys.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
Prescott on first down. That's caught. It's Miles Sanders. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. From the 41, here's 2nd down and 7. A shotgun snap for Prescott. In the middle of the field, it's taken by C.D. Lamb. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Prescott to his main man, Lamb. C.D. gets the Cowboys a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
4 yards on the pickup. second and 6.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Now Prescott. That's to the right side and incomplete.
It's rare that's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd down. And he will get into the end zone. Jake Ferguson. Touchdown, Cowboys. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. The kick is good. And the Cowboys go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3.
Giants 28.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. The return starts from the 5. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Giants offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Dart. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Johnson. He's close to a 1st down. To gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 35-yard line.
2nd and inches. Dart gonna keep this on his own read, and that'll give him a 1st down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
4 yards.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Dart gonna hold on to it himself. A 19-yard pickup there. 1st down, Giants.
A gain of 19 yards. That's another Giants 1st down. A gain of 19 yards. 1st down, Giants.
Mike, I think every offense would love to be able to call designed runs for their quarterback, but it's so dependent of who that quarterback is. And for this team, to be able to have that guy behind center, it just adds a different element to what they can do on offense.
And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 4. Once again, it's Scatterboo. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Here's Dart. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. A gain there of 10 yards. That's good for a Giants 1st down.
And how about the poise of this quarterback? You find yourself down here late in the 4th quarter, Mike, facing a tough 3rd down. You've got to have it. You know what? He calls the play, he breaks the huddle, and he's like, you know what, Coach? I got it. That's a big-time throw to now keep this drive alive as they go down looking for that go-ahead touchdown.
Back-to-back gains of 10 yards and back-to-back 1st downs.
Here in the fourth quarter, you just can't predict how many possessions you have left, so you can't let any of them go to waste. So far, this has been a fantastic drive. It's a drive that they desperately needed. They continue to throw the ball like that. They got a chance to take a late lead here in the fourth quarter.
Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Dart going to throw here on second down. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Pushed down to his left. He'll try to run for it, and he's in. Jackson Dart, touchdown, Giants.
Touchdown, Giants.
The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Now, Gano for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Giants have taken a 4-point advantage.
Cowboys 31.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This just makes it to the landing zone. It's taken at the 18. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Here's Dak Prescott and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. And he's going to be out of bounds right around midfield. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes. These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
On second down, it's Dak. There's a short one that's caught by Ferguson. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Third and 6.
From the shotgun, it's Dak. He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
Cowboys, first down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Third down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
Now Prescott going to make the read and keep it himself. And he'll take this forward for a couple. It'll be second down.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Pistol now for Prescott. at the 20. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. Double as good there. They get the first down and save a timeout. It's a first down and a gain of 16. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. They'll try to set up the screen here. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
Now, on 2nd and long. They'll drop to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there. 3rd down coming up.
So now after that last incompletion, this brings up a critical 3rd down. But remember, Mike, they don't have to get it all here in one play. They've got 3rd and 4th down. There's no punt, there's no kick. They've got to treat this like it's...
That is caught side of the end zone. Jake Ferguson. Touchdown, Dallas. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. An important extra point up and good, so the lead is 3 here in the late stages of the game. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's the Giants offense. Now they get set to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. The 35-yard line. It's a nice start to the drive, a gain of 10, and a quick 1st down.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive. When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Here's 2nd down and 3. Out of the shotgun. It's done. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big 3rd down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have 4th down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And the Cowboys are going to come away with the football.
And there is the backbreaker, Mike. The one thing you can't have late in the ball game is a turnover. You're ready, you're up against the wall. You know you need a late score here to come back from behind. And let's give credit to this defense. They know they were a stop away from victory. And after forcing that late turnover, it looks like they're going to seal this one.
There's CeeDee Lamb heading back out there with the rest of his Cowboys teammates. And still 2 timeouts left for the defense, but no real need to use them. They're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. Now a timeout, Giants. That is their second. Get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
At the 35-yard line.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Second and 11. So it's a win for the Cowboys. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Cowboys as we say so long from Arlington.